Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hold On to Dom podcast. It has been a little bit since I recorded a solo episode. It's definitely been a couple months, so I'm getting back into it. The last episode I had was awesome with Philip from the AFSP Chicago, and that was a really exciting episode to do. And I had mentioned that I was going to switch back to one episode a month, which is what we're doing now, because doing 2 episodes a month is just like too much on me to record and edit and put out there. So we're sticking to one a month. So this is July. Happy July. Happy summer. I hope you are having a good one so far. This episode, as you can see from the title, is about the dance fundraisers we're having this month that I am so excited about. I could not be happier. When I announced the last benefit concert, I had mentioned that this was my final benefit concert, but that we would still continue to do fundraisers in the future. So the beginning of this year, I was brainstorming ideas, trying to come up with simpler fundraising ideas, simpler than a benefit concert. And one of the things that came to mind was dance, because that is my job, my life. I've been doing it since I was 3. It's something that I know a lot about, the dance world. And so I thought it would be cool to do a fundraiser with dance. And I have done them before in the past. I haven't done one since 2021, I think. When I was brainstorming ideas for a dance fundraiser, I had like a couple different things I was like working through and I was like talking about with other people. And then I finally was just like, you know what, let's just go with like the simplest thing there is, which I've done in the past, and just do dance classes that people pay to take. And then the money that they're paying for the class goes to the AFSP. I've talked about it in previous episodes that the big walk I'm doing this year is the one in Boston with my friends and family. And that is the walk that I'm trying to raise $1,000 for. I've raised a little over $600 so far, which is awesome. And I'm so grateful to those that have donated. I'm a little bit more than halfway to my goal. So I have high hopes that I can get to 1,000 by September. Honestly, the fundraising that you do for the walks, the community walks at least, they don't have to be completed, or they're not completed until the end of the year. So you have until December 31st to raise money for it. So I basically, the first half of the year is done. I have the whole second half of the year to fundraise the rest of the money that I need to come up with the $1,000. When I decided on the dance class fundraising, I knew that I had to reach out to my friend Matt. I've known him for almost a decade. The first dance class I took with him was, I believe, in 2017. It was a dance teacher's training workshop, and he was the hip hop instructor. And I loved his class so much that I had told my college roommate about it, who did dance with me in college. That's how we met. We both did dance in college. So I told her about it. She lives in Long Island, and then I'm in New Jersey. So going to New York City and taking a class was like almost a halfway point for us. So it was something we did for several years. So from 2017 to 2023, we would go into the city every so often and take his hip hop classes, which was so much fun. The same year I met him, which I had to go back through like my photos to make sure my timeline was correct. And I had thought that I knew him for longer before I asked him to do a fundraising class, but I guess I didn't, because the first one we did was in 2017. So I had gone to him and said, hey, what do you think about coming to my dance studio and doing a fundraising class for the AFSP? And he was like totally for it, totally on board. And we were able to do that. We did it 2017, 18, 19. In 2020, we did it virtually, and in 2021, we did it virtually. So the only year we didn't do it, and I don't know why, I think it was because of scheduling, was 2022. And then in 2023, he joined the military and moved out of New York City. So I haven't seen him or taken a dance class of his in 3 years. So I'm really excited to see him again, like for starters. And to take his class again is going to be so much fun. So I reached out to him about my idea for doing a fundraising class again, and he was on board. He is stationed in Texas right now, so he's flying all the way to the East Coast to do this. So I'm so excited and grateful that he is going to be a part of it. I couldn't imagine doing fundraising dance classes without him. It's just, he's who I started it with, so I want to continue the tradition with him. I had wanted to do it with more than just him. I wanted to offer different class varieties, and I thought that would maybe entice more people, help us raise more money. So I reached out to a couple girls I know. One of them was a former Eagles cheerleader. And so when I reached out to her and I was like, do you want to teach jazz for this night? She was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Like, she is so excited to be a part of it. I'm so excited to have her. And then I reached out to someone else I knew that we had taught together maybe 4 years ago now. And so I reached out to her to teach a contemporary class, and she was also on board. So I'm so excited it all came together, because for a little bit I was like stressing over the whole thing, because putting any fundraising event together is a little bit of a challenge. Once we got the staff locked in, it was smooth sailing from there. Knock on wood. Matt is going to be teaching at 2 different studios. Since he is flying all the way from Texas, I was like, let's not do just one class, let's do multiple. So the classes are on Tuesday, July 21st. He's doing one at Fit to Dance Studio and one at Dance Artistry Center. So Dance Artistry Center, his class is at 5 o'clock, and at Fit to Dance, it's at 8. So different locations, different times, gives people options, so that maybe if you couldn't make the 5 o'clock one, you could come to the 8, or vice versa. And then Dance Artistry, we're also doing jazz with Julia and contemporary with Valerie. Fit to Dance has summer dance classes throughout the weeks, so we weren't able to fit in any more classes besides his hip hop at 8. The classes usually get done around 8, 9 o'clock at that studio, so we're not able to fit in anything earlier than that because there's no rooms available. But I'm hoping, if all goes well with this fundraiser, that maybe we'll be able to do more in the future, maybe in the fall. So we'll see. So far, Noon, I think that's how you pronounce it, NUUN Hydration, has donated 50 packets to the dancers that participate in the fundraising classes. So I'm really excited about that. Noon is a rapidly rehydrating powdered drink mix that they're giving us the flavor lemon lime. So it's incredible that they're donating, and I'm so grateful and so excited to have them be a part of this. Because when you're dancing and doing anything with physical activity, you need hydration. So this is a boost in hydration, and it's exciting to have them. Those are 2 weeks from this episode coming out. These classes are in 2 weeks, which is crazy. I can't believe that. So grateful to Dance Artistry Center, Fit to Dance Studio, Matt, Julia, and Valerie. It's going to be such an awesome night. I'm so excited that we are supporting the AFSP and spreading awareness for mental health and suicide prevention, because, as you know, since you're listening to my podcast, you know that is what is most important to me in my life, spreading awareness for mental health. And physical activity is something that changes your mood, and it really elevates it because you're releasing endorphins. And so dance is always something that I've been able to do when I'm feeling sad or upset or grieving, and it helps me in the long run. It helps me, even if it's just for a brief period of time. After I've danced, I feel relief. I feel a little bit happier. I feel like I have done something good for myself. So combining dance and mental health and suicide prevention for this fundraiser means a lot because they are the things that are most important to me and super connected, I believe. Another fundraiser we are having in September, right outside of Boston. My sister and I had talked about it in her episode, but nothing had been confirmed yet, but it is confirmed now. September 10th. At Bar and Soul in Melrose, she is going to be teaching a yoga class that is benefiting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I'm really excited about that class as well. So those are the fundraisers for Hold On Till Dawn that are set up for now. If you're in the area and love to dance, come on out July 21st to Dance Artistry Center or Fit to Dance Studio. If you aren't able to come to the class but still want to support the cause, we always have a donate button on the Hold On Till Dawn website, and it's linked right now to the Boston Walk for the Out of the Darkness, my Hold On Till Dawn team's page. No donation is too small, and it makes a huge difference in the fight for suicide prevention and mental health, and we are extremely grateful for your support. So thank you so much for listening. Hopefully see you on Tuesday, July 21st for our dance fundraiser. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Our website is holdontilldawn.com and our email is holdontilldawn@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at holdontilldawn and on Facebook at Hold On Till Dawn Benefit Concert. See you next time.